So this is your Pilates kind of triple challenge, and how it's going to work today is we're going to do our usual warm-up mobility breathing like we do, and then each block is going to have 3 exercises in it, and they're all going to be Pilates exercises, and you're going to do each exercise for a minute. So it'll be 1 minute on exercise 1, 1 minute exercise 2, 1 minute exercise 3. No rest, we'll just flow into each one. There's some stands and stuff and some floor stuff. From there you'll then take a 30-second recovery, stretch out, drink, whatever you need to do, and then we'll move on to the next block. But like we always do, we're going to start just bringing ourselves into the class. So, bring yourself down onto the floor. Let's lie down. Legs can be bent or legs can be straight. Arms just at the side of the body. And let's just focus on some nice big deep breaths. So take a nice big inhale in through the nose. And as you do, feel the stomach rise. And then exhale out through the mouth. Feel the stomach fall. And as you're doing your breaths now, just let the day go so far. Let yesterday go, let the week go, whatever day you're doing this on, just let it all go. Relax the shoulders. Release the jaw, the hands, the feet. And just take some time now to focus on your breathing. So nice big inhales in and nice big exhales out. Making the breaths as deep and as long as you can. Allowing the shoulders to just release down. Nice big inhales in and nice big exhales out. And just notice how your body's feeling this morning. So does it feel a bit, today, sorry, does it feel a little bit achy? Does it feel like you're holding on to any tension anywhere? On the exhale, just try and release all that tension out. So for today's class, the good thing is you don't need to focus on how many you've done and counting reps, because everything's going to be done to a minute. I want you to focus today on the class, if you can, on the feeling in the class. So how your body feels as you move through it. Being aware of the parts of your body that are moving, being aware of where it might feel tight, and using that minute on each exercise to really tune in and listen to what your body's saying, and to take some time to just take some nice big deep breaths in, and then some nice big deep breaths out. So that's the joy sometimes of doing things by time. There's no rep restriction. You can do 2 reps or 200 reps, whatever makes you feel the best. Keep going, nice big inhale in, and nice big exhale out. Release those shoulders down away from the ears. So once we've done our mobility and our warm-up, our first interval on the challenge will be a standing one. And then we'll obviously work our way back down to the floor. Let's take a nice big full body stretch now. So try and get your fingertips and your toes as far away from each other as you can. Really stretch that body out. It might be actually just what the body needs right now. And then we bring the right knee into the chest. Circle the ankle round one way. And then circle the ankle round the other way. Little point and flex of the feet. And then draw the right knee over to the left, head to the right. Really focus on that nice spinal twist. Not forcing the body to go anywhere. Just allowing it to release nice and gentle. Bring it back to centre. Bring the left knee in. Circle round one way. And then the other way, noticing how your ankles feel. Point and flex the feet. And then bring the left knee over to the right, head to the left. Bring them both knees in. hug them in. And then let's come up to a seated position. If cross-legged isn't comfortable, feel free to sit with your legs out in front. We'll just release the hands onto the knees, take right ear to right shoulder. Then let the head drop all the way down. And then over to the other side, release it down. And just notice how it feels to let the head drop down one way. And then the head drops the other way. Notice if you're holding any tension. Drop the chin to the chest, feel the stretch into the back of the neck. And then take the head up, feel the stretch into the front of the neck. Come back to centre, we circle 3 times one way. And then we circle around 3 times the other way. As you come in, take left hand down, reach right arm over, and then we draw it back. And again, reach it over, get some movement into the side of the body, draw it back last time, reach it over. Scoop all the way forward, over to the other side, right arm we reach, and then we draw it back. Reach it over, draw it back last time, reach it over and hold. Come back to centre, right hand onto left knee, left hand behind, lift with the chest and twist. And then change sides. Come back in, arms behind, open up into the chest. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. And then bring yourself forward into an all forward position. Let's mobilise that spine a little bit. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, drop the belly, take the gaze up. I'm still not warm enough to take this hoodie off. It's so cold, isn't it, today? Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Push the hands into the floor. Inhale, drop the belly, take the gaze up. And then exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Push the hands into the floor. And just keep moving through this, noticing how your spine feels as you move through this cat-cow movement. Noticing which part of your spine might feel a little bit stiffer. And then from there we're going to sit back, push back. Let the head come down, walk the fingertips out. Walk the hands round to the right, feel a stretch down into the left. And then round to the left, feel the stretch into the right. From there we're going to come forward, tuck the toes under, exhale, we're going to push back into a downward dog, and when you're there, have a little pedal out. A little bit of movement into the back of the legs, a little bit of mobility for the ankles, keep those hips nice and high. Walk the feet to the hands. Slowly uncurl up to up to a standing position. Inhale the arms up. We're going to side bend to the right. Come back to centre. Side bend to the left. Come back to centre. We're going to open out to the right. Come back to centre. Open out to the left. And then come back to centre and then release down. So this is how it's going to work today. As I said, 3 exercises. They're all a minute long. We go into each one without a rest and then we take a rest. So let me just change the music. So our first one looks like this. You will do forward, forward, side, back, squat. Then left side, forward, side, back and squat. If you want to lift the leg and do forward, side, back, feel free. But just remember to keep those hips nice and still as we're going through it. Forward, side, back. We'll do that for a minute. As you're doing that, I'll demonstrate the next one and we'll go from there. Okay, let's go with our Pilates challenge then. Where is my music? Here we go. bring yourself into position. Draw up from pelvic floor, abdominals nice and strong. Relax your shoulders, release down, stand nice and tall. So remember, it doesn't matter how many reps you do, it doesn't matter if you do 1 on each side or 10 on each side. Just make sure you feel comfortable, nice and strong, release the shoulders. Right leg, let's go. We've got forward, side, and then back. Back, then we squat, left side, let's go. If you want to lift, just make sure you stay nice and still, and we're not arching the back or leaning to one side. Let's go. We've got forward, in, side, in, now back. Back, now we squat, and again, we've got forward, side, then back. Now squat, keep going, forward, side, back, you're halfway. Your next one will be coming to the back of the mat, rolling down, and then rolling up. So we're just going to articulate the spine and really get it mobile for this one. Keep going, forward, side, back into a squat. Remember, be mindful of your hips, that you're not like leaning to the sides. You want to stay nice and centre. So you'll come to the back of your mat. We drop chin to chest. We round the shoulders, slight bend in the knee. And you just roll down. You're going to get to a point where the body won't go any further. So we take a breath and we slowly uncurl. Bring ourselves back up to standing. The head's the last thing to come up, and then we roll the shoulders and then we go again. So just keep moving down and up out of your roll down. Even if you only do this twice, it's fine. Slowly, slowly with every movement. And then we're driving it back up. And the number 3 in this block is a downward dog, rolling forward to a plank position. Make sure your wrists always just go in line with the shoulders. So you'll push back into downward dog. You inhale, come high. You wave and hold. You exhale, push the hips and go all the way back. Come forward into a downward dog and hold. Push back, hips high, heels come down. Go again, come forward. Hold, and then push back. Come forward, hold. And then push back. Again, come forward, hold. And then push back. All the way forward, roll forward. And then push back. You'll get a 30-second rest after this one, and then we're going to come to the floor. So your next one will be right arm, left leg. You will inhale away, and then exhale, bring it in. As you inhale away, flex the foot, so you're leading with the heel, not pointed toe. You do right side for a minute, left side for a minute, and then elbows are going to come in. We're going to press up forward, and then we're going to release back. So it's a narrow press, and then a release back. So imagine you've got that tray on your back. Right arm, left leg. Head stays facing down. Release the shoulders. Let's go. We inhale, push away with the heel, and exhale, we bring it in, elbow to knee. Keep that back nice and still. Inhale, push away, lead with that heel as you drive away. Exhale, bring it in. Now you want to keep your back nice and still, so try and avoid any unnecessary movement into the back. Inhale away, and exhale, draw it in, nice and controlled. Go again, inhale, push away. And exhale, bring it in. Head stays facing down, keep that neck nice and long. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. And then go away. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, bring it in. Try and keep your hips nice and still as well. The hips like if you've got light on the hip bones and they're facing towards the floor. So now we release and we come over left arm, right leg. Same thing. Inhale, push away, lead with that heel. And then exhale, bring it in. You don't want your legs to go any higher than your hips, so you push it away. And then you bring it in. Head again stays facing down. And there should be a nice straight line from the thumb all the way down to the heel of the leg. Inhale, push away. Exhale, bring it in. Keep going, push away. And then bring in. You're halfway. Your next one is your narrow press up forward and then release back. It doesn't matter how low you come into the press up, but what I will say, if you can, is try and keep the elbows into the body as opposed to going out. So even if you only come to there and then release, we're building up strength in our triceps, which will help with yoga as well. So we come forward, we press, and then we push back and we release. Use the momentum to bring you forward, and then push back and release. Go again, drive all the way forward, and then push back and release. Drive all the way forward, push back and release. Keep going. Drive forward, push back and release. Go again, drive forward, push back and release. Drive all the way forward, and then push back and release. You're halfway. Get a 30-second rest after this, and then we move on to our next block. Drive forward, really push up from the heel of the hand, bring it back, drive it all the way, and then push back. You've got it. So while you take a breather, I'll demonstrate the next one. So the right leg's going to come out, it's going to tap over and then tap back. If you want a challenge, you take the left arm away, you tap over and then you tap back, and then on halfway, we're just going to hold it. You can place the hand down and just do the leg if you want to, making like a rainbow shape, so tap over, tap in. If the opposite arm comes away, it's going to challenge your core. 1 minute on one side, 1 minute on the other side, and then alternating. So right leg back, left hand can come away, that's okay. So we tap over and then we tap back, making like that rainbow shape, and then tap back. So if you feel you're wobbling too much with the left hand away, just place it back on the floor. Tap over and then come all the way back. Keep going, big tap over, tap back. Tap over and back. Keep that core nice and strong, head facing down. And now we're going to hold it out. Head stays facing down. If you want to take the left arm away, you can. If you just want to hold the leg, that's fine. Relax those shoulders, head facing down. Hold it. I hold the radiator not because I'm cheating, it's because I'm that close to it. Then we release it down, we change sides. Your left leg this time will tap over and then tap back. If you want to take your right hand away, feel free, but you don't have to. Tap it over and then tap back. Tap over and then tap back. And then on the halfway, you'll just hold. As you hold, draw that belly button. Let's go, hold it. Draw that belly button into the spine. Head stay facing down, and it can stay away, or it can be on the floor. And your next one will be alternating. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, just alternating side to side. So now we take right arm, left leg. Replace left arm, right leg. So we're just alternating our Supermans. Like what we've done in the last block. So now we're just going side to side, keeping those hips as still as you can. Rest coming up. Remember, in the rest you can take a stretch, go into child's pose, grab a drink, cat cow, whatever you feel you need to do in that 30-second rest. You can just take it, this next block, we're going to come and lie completely on our front while you're taking a rest. I'll demonstrate. So head stays facing down, fingertips to the temples. We lift up, do a side bend, elbow to ribs, bring it in and down. We lift up, side bend, in and down. Feet stay on the floor, squeezing into those glutes. Lift, side bend, in and down. Lift, side bend, in and down. Release those shoulders, abdominals strong, let's go. So we take a lift, side bend, in, down. Lift to the side. So the whole time we do this, the head stays facing down and release. Tiny little lift. So we lift and then side bend, working into the lower back but also down into the sides of the body as well. Make sure those feet stay on the floor and a little squeeze from them glutes will really help. Lift, side bend, keep going. Exercise 2, the head will stay on the floor, the arms will come above the head, thumbs facing up, and we'll do opposite arm to leg lifts. So head down, draw the abdominals in, squeeze the glute. Right arm, left leg lift, and then down, change sides, lift, and then down, and again, change, lift, and down, lift, squeeze, and down, keep going, and again, lift and squeeze, release, squeeze and lift, and then release down. So opposite arm to leg, swim in motion. Halfway on this one, and then we've got one more, and then we're going to come to seated, and then we're going to do some single side work. Your final one is arms will be above the head. You'll do a small back extension. You'll draw both elbows down to the ribs, and then we'll exhale and push away. Inhale, we draw the elbows back like we're doing breaststroke swimming. Exhale, we push away and release. Inhale, come back and squeeze. Exhale, we bring it down. So as we're coming up, we're making like this motion with the arms. We're squeezing down, and then we'll push it up. Inhale, we come down and squeeze, and then we push up. Rest coming up, and then we're going to come to seated. Make sure again your head stays facing down. You want to keep that neck nice and long. Your neck is an extension of your spine, so you want to keep it nice and long. So this first one we're going to do, I'm going to give us a little bit of a longer rest, only because I want to demonstrate it. Now there's two ways to do this one. It doesn't matter that the second way to do it is harder or better, it just is personal preference. So the first one is you sit with your knees bent, arms out in front, you go down for 2, and then you drive up for 2 and lean forward. Use the core down for 2, and then up for 2. You know your body and what's best. Option 2 is the legs are straight. You come all the way down to the floor, legs stay on the floor, the hands go above the head. As you come up, you use your core to slowly drive you back up and then reach forward. What we don't want to do, if you are going to choose option 2, is to fly up. So with everything's core, so it can be a bit of a challenge, number 2. But if you're up for it, go for it. If not, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. So just wanted to explain that one with a little bit more. So option 2, you'll come all the way down. Arms go above the head. As you come up, you use your core strength to drive you back up nice and slow, and then come forward and legs stay on the floor. Anything that feels weird, just do option 1. Same exercise. Okay. Whatever one's best for you. Let's go. So we take it down. Take it down. go all the way down, or you can just come to the halfway with the bent leg. It really doesn't matter, I promise you. Makes no difference. Just whatever feels good for you. Once we've done this seated one, we're going to go on to some sideline work, so all on one side and then all on the other side. And your second one is you'll inhale and reach forward, exhale, row back. Inhale, we reach forward, exhale, row back. Go again, inhale forward, row back. So this one's all about the core, so try and avoid your back from taking on too much strain as you come forward. You release as you come back, working into that core. Let the head follow the arm as it comes back down to the side. Inhale to come forward, and exhale to bring it back. Inhale to release forward, exhale to bring it back. Keep going. Inhale forward, exhale back. We've got one more seated and then we're coming to our side. Your last one is as you lean back this time, you raise one arm, we come back to centre, we take it back one arm, and we come back to centre. So all again in the core. So inhale back, exhale, release forward. Inhale, come back, release forward, and again, come back, release forward. Take it back, release forward. I'm just going to turn your mat on the side just for what we're going to do next. Taking it back, bringing it in, release the legs. Sometimes when you do this, it's so common to squeeze into the thighs and then your legs start to ache. So just really relax into those legs and then bring it forward. Go again, take it back and then come forward. Take it back and then come forward. Okay, so take a little breather. Just let me rewind this track. As it's done now. So, we're going to do some sideline stuff now. We're going to do it all on the left and then all on the right. So the first one is bottom leg bend, top leg straight. You flex the foot. We lift it up and lower, up and lower. Second one is top leg's going to come over, bottom leg's going to extend, and we do lift and lower. And then third one, knees come into the chest, big toes as if they're stuck together, and we open into a clam. And then we release it down. Okay, let's go again then. So nice straight line, going from the head all the way down to the ankle. Bend the bottom leg, the top foot stacks. The top leg stacks directly on front. So try not to have it behind or in front. It's literally like the top leg is just plonked on top of the bottom leg. Keep your core nice and strong and try and relax into those shoulders a little bit. This hand can be used so you don't roll forward or back. And we're just going to halfway. Flex the foot. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. We rise. And then lower. So I always say in Pilates, just because you can doesn't mean you should. So just because you can get your leg there doesn't mean that you should. I know that sounds really silly, but we're just going for less is more. And release down. Inhale, lift. And then down, go again. Inhale, we lift. And then down. Lift. And then release. Go again. Halfway, lift. And release. If you need to take a little breather, take a little breather. But we're halfway, and then we're going to go into exercise 2. So on exercise 2, top leg comes over, bottom leg extends, we flex the foot and we lift and we lower. So now we're working into the inner thigh on the bottom leg. We lift and lower. This leg's now getting a little bit of a stretch over the top, which is nice. Lift. You might find that the bottom leg doesn't lift very high, that's fine. It's working into that inner thigh. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. Lift. And then we've just got to go on to the other side after this. Lift. And then release. Lift. And then release. Keep on going. You're halfway on this one. And then release it down. Inhale, lift. Release, keep going. Now both knees are going to come into the chest. You're going to imagine your big toes are stuck together. Your feet are going to be down, hands on that top hip. Inhale, open into a climb. Exhale, release. Try if you can to avoid the body starting to roll back because it wants to open further. It doesn't matter how much the leg opens into the climb. It's important that we keep those hips facing forward so there's light on those hips. Inhale, open, and exhale, release. It's that top leg into the glutes where you're going to be feeling it. Inhale, we lift, and exhale, we release. Go again. Inhale, lift, and exhale, we release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, release. Take a little stretch if you want to come onto your back and just maybe take your knees from side to side, you can do, and then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So one more time on this side, and then we'll just have a little relaxation and then we'll be done. So bottom leg is bent, top leg is stacked on top of the bottom leg. So we don't want it in front or a bit behind like this. You want everything to be nice and in line. Head all the way down to ankle. Flex that top foot. This is your last 3 minutes of work. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, release. And go again. Inhale, lift. And then bring it down. Again, inhale, we lift. Lift. And bring it down. Go again. Inhale, lift. And down. Inhale, lift. And then release it down. Just to halfway, remember. If you need to take a breather, take a little breather and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, release down.
Exercise 2.
Okay, take that top leg over. Extend that bottom leg. Let's go. We lift into inner thigh and then down. Last two exercises now. And then release down. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we bring it down. And again, lift, lift. Lift. Halfway, and then you've only got your clams to go, and then we'll take a little breather. So your knees will come into your chest, like the big toes are touching, hands on the top of the hip. Inhale to open, and then exhale to bring it down. Try and get your knees nice and closed. Remember, we want to try and avoid like the way the body starts to roll back, so everything should stay facing forward. As you can see, there's not much movement, and that's fine. Inhale, lift. I can still feel it into the glutes at the back. Inhale, we lift, and then we release. So sometimes you can do smaller movements, are just as beneficial as all the crazy big movements as well. Jacket back on, and then we'll come to some little relaxation in a minute. inhale, lift, and exhale, release down. Keep breathing, nice big inhales in, and nice big exhales out.
Take a 30-second rest. In 4, 3, 2.
Okay, bring yourself onto your back. Take your feet wide and just drop your knees from side to side. Just get a little bit of a release into those hips. Bring the knees into the chest. Drop the knees to the right and the head to the left. Change sides. Come back to centre. And let's bring up to a comfortable seated position. As you come up, just close your eyes. Release the hands down to the knees. Let's take a nice big inhale in. And as we do, feel that stomach push out. On the exhale, feel the stomach come back in. Inhale, feel the stomach push out. And exhale, feel it come back in. Drop right ear to right shoulder. Inhale in. And exhale out. Drop chin to chest. Inhale in. And exhale out. Drop left ear to left shoulder. Inhale in. And exhale out. Take the head back. Inhale in. And exhale out. Take left hand down, reach right arm over. Right hand down, left arm over. Take right hand onto left knee, left hand behind and twist. And then change sides. As you come back to centre, just give those shoulders a little roll. And we are done. Hope that you enjoyed your Pilates challenge for today. Drop in the comments, let me know how you got on with it. Thank you so much for joining me and have a wonderful rest of your day. Have it off.